they kind of thought the same thing. A lot of people that don't know, and I don't mean this in a bad way, that don't really know the true, honest procedure for what really good actors do, and professional actors for sure do. They do their exercises, believe me, every day.
Becomes second nature.
Every day. I've got a teacher named Janice Powell from New York, who I still keep in touch with to this day, and I met her almost 30 years ago. Over 30 years ago. And she came into our class actually last year to work with the kids, the older kids. And she runs a workshop still for professional actors every Monday night. For professional actors that go there and do these exercises. So, believe me.
Jody Wood, Mr. Improv, besides the teacher, nurturer, you worked with Caruso, what's his name?
Caruso?
Yeah, you've worked with Dick Van Dyke, Russell Crowe. Now, Caruso, what kind of acting is that? From CSI?
Everybody has their own style.
You're being so nice.
You know, I think that he took on a certain persona for this character. He was a very deep thinker and maybe a troubled soul in the past. And a lot of times the audience doesn't really need to know what it is about the character, but like we do as human beings. If I have a behavior or a way of thinking, I don't really need to let people know that. It's just who I am.
Right, right.
I mean, I can let out a secret that I still to this day have a fear of German Shepherds. No one would know that looking at me, unless they saw me walking by one, you know. But because there's a story behind it. So who knows? My brother and I were doing a paper route of his, and it turned out I was 9 years old. He was making me do all the houses with dogs, which I didn't realize until I was stupid, and I got bit. I got attacked by a German Shepherd. So I mean, I had this thing. I'm thinking that Caruso probably used some of the method, perhaps, of digging deep into this guy's life and his behaviors for God knows why. Maybe his father, the character's father, made him be that way. You know, who knows?
You're right, though. I got to say, yeah, you just enlightened me. Because even though I'm kind of mocking his acting, yeah, you never let out. You know something is bothering him. You know he's trying to be stoic. You know he's straightforward, and it never. Yeah, you know there's something there.
Right.
It's like a computer with two programs running at the same time. Something else is always in the back of his mind. Yeah, yeah. That's true. That is good. Oh, you just enlightened me there for a second.
You know, and maybe some people don't like that because really, who talks like that?
Right, right.
But you know, it worked for him. The show's still going.
That's one thing I got to say. Obviously, it works for him.
Yeah.
His Q ratings are high, and the show, you know, he tried movies, didn't work out. He's very successful on TV.
Oh yeah, and he has been. I mean, that whole thing with NYPD Blue, that he was ready to move on. Most thought too soon afterwards, and but he kept going. He did Michael Hayes, and you know, he's had a great career. So I enjoyed working with him. Actually, it was great to work on that set, and I finally got to play a bad guy. And he got me. He caught me.
Yeah, you play a lot of different roles. You're like authority figures, cops, bad guys, and stuff.
Yeah, I started playing bad guys recently, which is kind of fun.
Oh, what role?
I mean, since I left Los Angeles.
Right.
I was playing a real bad guy on The Bold and the Beautiful. Kind of a recurring role, playing a mafia guy who's trying to kill this singer and all that stuff.
That's right.
And then the CSI Miami, and I was the corrupt prison guard.
That's where I saw. Yeah. You were scary like that. Yeah, it's funny. You seemed like a teddy bear, but you were pretty scary there.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, but yeah, there's been a lot. Russell Crowe, that was his first big film, L.A. Confidential.
Right, he played the policeman.
Yeah, he was great.
Was he very intense?
Very. Right. He was also a great guy. He's one of those guys you know, a man's man kind of guy. You know what I mean? A guy you really want to hang out with, and he'd get your back. He'd have your back.
Right.
Just a good guy.
Well, that's what John Wayne kind of represented in the movies. Fair is what he is. Had your back. Help the underdog. Kind of. That's yeah. I kind of like that.
But Russell was really like that. I mean, as himself.
As a person.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So
those kind of guys are just far. Few and far between. I was gonna say far and in between.
Let's give a plug though to Jody Wood and your improv. So what's happening today? We're at a.
This is our open house for the JW Actor Studio, where we have classes for children through adults in acting, improvisation, public speaking, team building, communication, all those kinds of things. But chiefly today, it's all about the acting classes.
Right.
And, signing people up to take their work to another level, to either make them better in the school plays or get better at their auditions. And we've had some good success with kids. You know, a lot of kids are in McCarter's Christmas Carol, I think I had 5 or 6 kids in that show last year. And, you know, starting to see some good success stories coming
Right.
out of here because they're taking their training to a different level.
That's the greatest testimonial I can see, because I've talked to students there. They keep coming back,
They keep coming back.
they have fun,
They have
and
fun.
some become actually even quite successful.
Yeah, I mean, I get like there's some people that I've nurtured and worked with that are now in some awesome college programs, working in television and films. So now, you know, coming into our 7th year now, you start to build a history of that. It's really great to see what these kids are doing and you know, the enthusiasm of the new kids. It's great.